Meghan Markle is making headlines ahead of her Netflix show debut, but none of those are in her favor. Today we'll tell you why not only has Markle reached the end of the road for entertainment, but also she's created a huge $100 million headache for Netflix. Get ready, folks. We'll never be royals, and maybe she won't be either. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It is the last day, the final day of the Christmas celebration. So if you're out there celebrating still, well, happy Epiphany to all of you. And folks, we've got a fun one. We've got Lou with us again, and it's always an honor and always a joy when LW Ghost is in the house. Welcome back, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I hope so. I don't know about the honor part, but the joy part I try to bring with me if I can.
And it is a day of major news breaking. Of course, we expect, if it has not yet already happened at the time that you're listening to this video, we expect Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to step down in Canada. That's a big deal. There's all kinds of political things happening with the day that it is. And so, folks, we just want to welcome you in because typically we're aimed at entertainment. This time, though, the news is breaking in such a way that it also has some stuff to do with the UK government. We'll explain, and we'll tell you why Netflix is probably licking a very, very big wound when it comes to Meghan Markle. Got a feeling not many entertainment companies are going to want to deal with her again. We'll start here with Stephanie Sidley. It says Mindy Kalin is basically blaming postpartum for agreeing to be on Meghan Markle's cooking show. We see what you're doing, Mindy. Here's the interview, folks. We'll play it. Why it's split in two, I don't know, but we'll play it.
We saw you in the Meghan Markle lifestyle trailer for Netflix. What did she cook? What's the best part of having her as a friend? Is it the chef?
I mean, I had my baby, and I think I was like 2 months postpartum, and she texted me and was like, do you want to be in my show? And when you hang out with Meghan, you know the food is going to be good. And so it's just nice to have someone else be cooking for me. And I was like, I'll come to Montecito and have you cook for me and go to your...
Folks, now that's called not not being part of the plug the way you're supposed to be.
Is that like when you texted me to do this a few minutes ago? Was I postpartum when I agreed? I don't think so. But anyway,
can you imagine?
I must not make any excuses. I'm happy to be here. She, on the other hand, well,
what a way to respond. Yeah, I was postpartum and I needed food. And
it was closer than DoorDash. So what the heck, right?
From Carly Thomas of The Hollywood Reporter, McCain criticizes Meghan Markle. It's the Battle of the Meghans. New Netflix show calling it utterly tone deaf. The Duchess of Sussex. Sorry, folks, that was unintentional. The Duchess of Sussex with love, Meghan, is a kidney and garden series premiering January 15th. Tongue-tied, I tell you.
You just said kidney and garden, not kitchen and garden. When you go back and listen, you'll be amused.
Folks, the English is not happening today, but I will say, this is a rather fun fight that's happening because you've got Meghan McCain, who was born into luxury and born into high position in society, versus Meghan Markle, who has managed to get herself there as well. So I don't know that Meghan McCain is the right person to be attacking in this way, but we'll see what she says, and then we'll tell you why Netflix is so... Oh, gosh, Netflix is struggling with this contract. $100 million, by the way. $100 million.
Oh, my God.
That's what they sent Meghan Markle with.
Says it's expensive to live in Montecito, it really is. So
it's actually even more. Well, I'll wait for that one. Meghan McCain will not be tuning in to watch Meghan Markle's new Netflix show with Love Meghan. The host of the Citizen McCain podcast and daughter of the late Senator John McCain took to X. Careful, Meghan, you're going to lose that positivity ranking. On Thursday to express why she feels the Duchess of Sussex's upcoming series is just completely and utterly tone deaf. I was originally a Meghan Markle supporter. I thought she was cool, stylish, and refreshing, McCain wrote. Like the rest of the world, my opinion changed when she disrespected the royal family. Pay attention, folks. That's why we're reading this article. This is going to tell you why Netflix is struggling mightily with this. Now that she wants to be American again instead of British aristocracy, what she seems to forget is Americans want real, raw, uncensored. All of this, even in the trailer, is highly curated, produced, and out of touch. Now, what are we talking about, Lou? Well, let's go over here to People. No, that's not Meghan Markle's Montecito home in her Netflix show. See, I told you it's even worse. It says this is by Janine Henney.
Is this like the Kamala campaign building the set for the influencer?
Yes.
Times 10?
Yes, this is so similar that it's actually,
Did they rent the house from Harpo Productions? Maybe? But anyway.
Says from Janine Henney, With Love, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex takes viewers inside a stunning Montecito estate, just not her own. Meghan Markle invites viewers into the kitchen in her new series With Love, Meghan, but not at her own Montecito home. On January 2nd, the Duchess of Sussex, 43, unveiled the official trailer for her upcoming show on her brand new Instagram, offering a sneak peek at the lifestyle series to premiere on January 15th. While filmed in Montecito, California, where Meghan and Prince Harry live with their children, Archie and Lilibet, the series wasn't shot at their house. Instead, it's completely manufactured. None of this is real. Lou, I'll give you the first stab at this before I talk about the Netflix $100 million waste of money that is.
Well, I wonder how much of that went into renting the house, because that's got to cost considerably in that neighborhood. For those who don't know, Montecito is a very, very nice suburb, I guess you'd say, of Santa Barbara, where all the rich people live. First made famous, I guess, by Ronald Coleman living there long ago. And his house is now a wonderful hotel, by the way. Expensive, but wonderful. But famously, Oprah lives there. Julia Child lived there and used to go to the local taco joint rather famously.
Is this the Martha's Vineyard of the West, Lou? Is that?
I would say that's a pretty good comparison, actually, except it's even smaller and not as remote. But yeah, that's a very good comparison, actually.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. So, Lou, here's what I think is at play. Of course, Netflix has deep connections with the Obamas. And so we can go into that if we want to. We're not here to be political unnecessarily. But it seems to me that many of the people at Netflix wanted to have a connection with the royals. There are huge opportunities and big-time profits that could be made off of coverage of the royals. And so it seems to me that years ago, when they made this $100 million contract with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, after they decided they didn't want to be royals anymore, it seems to me that part of that $100 million was the idea they were going to get influence and connections. But because Markle has essentially thrown away everything to do with the royals, they didn't get anything out of this, because none of the stuff she's been in has performed to the level of $100 million. And that's why you have articles like out of the New York Post, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Netflix deal is taking away opportunities from TV professionals, creators. I mean,
Wait. You mean they figured out that there's only so much money to go around? And if you spend it on this, you haven't got it to do other things? Well, that's more realization than Disney has about those 4 times reshoot zillionaire movies that don't make it. But
it's not infinite. Whoever knew? I guess that when you're part of the British aristocracy, you just don't understand that. But Nika Shaknasarova has the article here. It says, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's lucrative deal with Netflix is making it difficult for TV professionals and show creators to find similar opportunities. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex signed a $100 million deal with the streaming giant in 2020 after quitting royal life and moving to the U.S. That's, I think, where the rub is here, Lou. You and I, if we were to cover this, the ratings are going to be mid at best. A lot of people, though, they love the royals. They want to follow the monarchy. But Meghan Markle is now seen as sort of a villain in all of this. But she's sitting there. She has wasted away. She has fettered away $100 million of Netflix money. And I got to say that I think they have to look back at this as a huge mistake and one that they would like to get away from. And I kind of wonder, what are Harry and Meghan going to do now that the $100 million is over? Because nobody's going to be like, after this, yeah, we got to give you more. We got to give you more.
I hope they put some of it in the bank for, what was it, Lilibet? Princess Lilibet. Now that sounds like a half-hour series from somebody. But, you don't get close to the royals by going with the person who told the royals to go F themselves.
Right.
Which royals do you want? Now, if they thought this was a great democratizer, that all the people who kind of resent the royals for being rich and privileged and white and all those things would go for this, they missed that too, because she's still trying to play off of that connection. So this was a bad choice, but choose wisely, as they say in certain circles. I don't frankly care whether they still have some of the 100 mil left hidden in the piggy bank or not. The one thing about Netflix you have to remember, though, they've made some funny, weird choices in the past. What was that called? That Cuties or something?
That was just a full-blown catastrophe choice.
A wide range of offerings that people can get mad about any one of them or be bored and not watch any one of them, but there's still something there. In other words, I don't know anybody who is going to discontinue their Netflix membership because this is on that air. They're just not going to watch it. So the hurt is the money. And somebody's saying, well, then there isn't money for the rest of us to make what? Maybe more direct like this. Who knows?
Look, I've got an idea, Lou, on why she's unable to connect.
Okay.
Let me talk this to you and you see what you think about it. So one of the reasons I think she has failed with this $100 million contract with Netflix and why With Love, Meghan, the show, just probably is not going to do well is because she doesn't need this. They don't need any of this. They have full backing financially if they're just part of the royal family. It's a noble cause to be ambassadors for your nation. And she's not at anything with the show, I don't think, of utility. I mean, nobody's watching this to learn something new or to really learn a great recipe. Nobody believes even if they do learn a recipe that she's the one who made it or had any part in it. And so ultimately what this comes away with is it's an adventure in narcissism. And so people don't want to promote your narcissism when you are of the most privileged class on the planet. People don't want to just join in that foray. And so I think that's what's going on here.
I think, when recently we've seen the Food Network get bigger ratings than CNN, more people will tune into this to look at her fake It's Not Really Mine kitchen than they will to look at her.
It's so bad. It's not even her kitchen. So bad.
Yeah.
Buy a studio with a kitchen so you can say, yep, this is mine.
Yeah.
As opposed to, hey, can I borrow your mansion? Because I don't want the cameras in my mansion.
Heck, rent at a cost.
Yeah, exactly.
If you saw the numbers, I mean, if you have a moment and you're that desperately curious, go on Zillow and see what houses in Montecito go for, even the rental. Well, and of course, the people who own the house will now sell it, promoting on this is the one that they used for Meghan's kitchen. And I think it's kind of funny from Meghan McCain to criticize.
I do too.
Because, she's not exactly working class either, is she?
Well, the only reason she was on The View, for example, which has been her only real entry into entertainment, it's definitely not news. Her only way of doing that was because of her familial connections. That's it. I mean, it's just the pedigree in which she was born into.
Anyway, I won't be watching it. Will you?
I have a feeling that I won't be tuning in, and neither will many people.
So they lost us right away. That was a big mistake because, we could have done something for them.
We could have helped them.
But I noticed, by the way, I saw a story the other day that the real royals, his brother who's going to be king someday, they said they are already giving them more official duties as if the transition may come sooner than anybody thinks.
Interesting.
So
I have not heard that, but I do wish the king well. And
the more they do that, the more they put these people off into the, and what's funny in a way, all right, they're attention grabbing and to my mind, kind of disgustingly narcissistic.
Right. Because
they haven't done anything that the prior famous royal outcasts did. They're not having tea with Putin and China the way the other guys did with the Nazis. Pardon me, I'm not supposed to use that word. I forgot. But it's like they haven't done anything that politically awful. They've just been a drag. And regardless of all of this alleged racism towards her or the rest of it, they're just boring people and they're just not interesting. And that should be the first requirement of giving you a TV show, it seems to me.
One would think. But
even the so-called real housewives of wherever are in their own disgustingly narcissistic and chatty and catty way interesting for 20 minutes. I don't see how you can watch these people for 20 minutes. I don't care what she's cooking.
This is why I think that it's yet another example of why Netflix and other companies should avoid these political opportunities, because that's all this is. These people on their own merits, on their own artistic abilities, on their own, what they can
entertainment value is what you're looking for, and they have none.
Right. It's not worth $100 million. We all know it's not worth $100 million. We all know the reason that exists is for Netflix and perhaps the Obamas to try to build connections with the UK and get inside that.
And for PR. If they gave him 96, it doesn't make a headline like 100. If they gave him 102, it doesn't make it. It's just like, Disney with their 600 million into the parks number. Pick a number people will buy. Pick a number we think will promote it. Or the 4 parks and 3 water parks and a partridge in a pear tree commercial that we've talked about. They're picking numbers out of the blue, but then when they have to back them up with dollars, it becomes, oops, wait a minute. Shake out the couch. We got to find the spare change.
Well, Netflix, you better get a bigger couch, because I don't think the show is going to earn you back the money that you've lost on Markle and on the Markles. That's what I'm.
Nobody, let's put it this way. Nobody hearing about this show who is not a Netflix subscriber is going to say, oh, gosh, I got to join Netflix so I can watch that. Nobody. Zero. Nada. Well, Lou, these streaming services haven't learned yet, if you're going to be in the business of you're making money on subscriptions or advertising to subscribers, it better draw eyes and ears and attention span, or else it ain't worth it no matter what you pay.
Well, Lou, one thing we've learned here is when we get to the end of these conversations, we always ask for the generosity of our viewers. Folks, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it and stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts and tell us, is this the end of Meghan Markle and her narcissistic campaign to be bigger than the royals? Lou, I am excited to see you on member-exclusive content. I know you guys just did another genre, guys.
We did two. We did two to put one in the bank. And talk about a disparate pair of movies. On the one hand, we did Reign of Fire, this pretty damn silly dragon movie with too many good stars in it, which is a shame. That was what I called out, is that if the industry can't find better stuff than this for people like Alice Krige and Gerard Butler and the rest, it's a shame. And then we did one of my favorite classics of the recent era, which is The Untouchables. And I don't know if you heard, but Kevin Costner said that's one movie he regrets only because he thinks he wasn't a good enough actor to work it. He was too young, but that Connery taught him the way on that movie. So those two are in the can for screening soon as exclusives for members of this channel. And then Vash and I returned to the back lot yesterday with some wonderful discussions of all sorts of interesting things.
Well, be beautiful. Folks, go check out that content. And yes, please go support that pod place where Vash and Lou are bringing you the Hollywood scoops every
Sunday at 2. Every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
We rhymed right on time.
Yes.
All right, folks, we're sending you on your way. We hope you have a wonderful day. In the meantime, until the next time we have the chance to talk to you, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Huh. Hey, Floral. I just wanted to let you know I have a New Year's resolution.
Okay.
Although, I don't want to say it. It might be like a wish. If I speak it, I'll break it.
Usually a resolution is spoken out loud so you can be held accountable to it. Like, my resolution is to go to thatparkplace.com and be ready to see its new facelift, and to make sure I'm always subscribed to guys like Jonas and Pro, Culture Casino, Lorena Creole, John Trent, all of them.
Well, I actually got Slade Wilson to also make a resolution.
What's that?
I'd get in too much trouble if I repeated it. He took it way further than I feel comfortable repeating.
Well, that's probably a good call. But, what's yours?
It's not to say anything mean about Jonas.
How do you plan to do that? You're an idiot.